Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. We welcome you to Prodigy Racing Network's coverage of the Budweiser All-Star Series. If you're not familiar with this series, it's a Prodigy Racing Network original series, offline racing series. Just basically, that's kind of like our version of ARCA, but I'd like to think that it's better. Welcome to the Bluegrass 200 from the Kentucky Speed. I'm not going to say the beloved Kentucky Speedway, but I like it. Today's race is going to be an interesting one. Heading into today's race, let's show you the standings here after 14 rounds of the Budweiser All-Star Series this year. This time last year would have been the championship race, but we are far from it. We are about five. After this race, we'll have 5 races remaining in the schedule. And right now, Ryan Hill on the chopping block. He is starting to cut down his lead quite a bit here as Tavon Taylor, the rookie for Joe Gibbs Racing, currently only behind 121 points. It was about 160 the last couple races. But Ryan Hill has had 2 pretty bad races in a row. Let's see if we can turn that around here in Kentucky. We actually do have another thing to look at. Just give me 1 second. There's something really interesting that I saw going through the standings. There are 5 drivers who are tied with the most wins on the season. It's Ryan Hill, Paul Rivera, Alex McCumber, Tracy Bennett, and Nicholas Uffelman. All of them with 2 races a pop here heading into the 15th round of the season. Now the question is, who's going to be that one that breaks out and wins their 3rd race on the season? Or are we going to see somebody add their name to that win list by the end of this race? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is to go racing. But first off, let's take a look at your starting lineup presented by Xfinity. The fastest drivers in the field, but still not faster than Xfinity 10G. Starting on pole today will be the rookie Tavon Taylor. He's had an explosive rookie season this year, and he adds the cherry on top as he will get his first pole of Season 2. He'll be starting alongside Daniel Van Hewley. This team in particular has actually seen just an unprecedented resurgence midway through the season, as Daniel Van Hewley, Sheldon Gatno, Garrett Rains, and Drew Foster have all seen explosions in their performance, obviously with Drew Foster winning at Richmond. Row 2, you have Darren Claw alongside 2-time winner Nicholas Uffelman. Will he add a 3rd one? Brandon the Guyan still looking for that ever-elusive 2nd win, as well as Kyle Diaz looking to turn his season around. This will be the highest starting spot of his career. 2 teammates starting next to each other. Garrett Rains will be starting next to Sheldon Gatno, the lone Canadian in the field. After they got Byron Martin, who's also seen a little bit of a rebound compared to what he usually performs in. He starts next to Jesus Gonzalez, sporting a fresh new Caliente.mx betting Chevrolet SS. After that, you got Ryan Hill, the current season points leader, alongside Josiah Smith, who has a race win this season. After that, you got Tracy Bennett, the 2-time winner so far this season, alongside Richmond winner Drew Foster. Richmond Day 1 winner, I should say. After that, you have Paul Rivera alongside Tulsa Dirt winner Alex McCumber, 2-time winner this season as well. Kevin Wedge, the Daytona winner, will be starting alongside Pascal Daly, looking to rebound his season as well. Let me just get that fixed real quick. The FOV is kind of messed up on this. Julian Boone will be starting next to Brian Cox, who, good lord, that is a bit far back for both of these guys. The Dragon Man, in the K&N Ford Mustang, Hassan Chetri from Bhutan. We started next to Chase Sawyer. Neither of these 2 Fords have had a very good season, but then again, the Fords just have not been living up to the hype this year. Carter Brown sporting a brand new paint scheme and a brand new sponsor, Kubota, jumping on board to the Wood Brothers 21, and he'll be starting next to Jordan McClure. After that, you got Ryan Apt in the number 47 alongside the 06. Now we're starting to get into the rejects of the field. The Ramirez Racing Toyota of Matt Holland will be starting next to the 47. In the final couple of rows, you got Jake Wild in 00 Ramirez Motorsports Toyota alongside Morgan Starr. And finally, rounding out the field will be Tyler Bates, the part-time rookie. And that is your starting lineup presented by Xfinity 10G. The fastest drivers in the field, but only one will be able to win here in Kentucky. You know what time it is. It's time for the commands. Let's head down to the field. Let's head down to the track for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the most famous words in motorsports, we all know them, we all love them. Nothing like them here. As the field gets ready to roll off for their first laps here, it's the Prodigy Racing, or sorry, it's the Budweiser All-Star Series on Prodigy Racing Network, the exclusive home of the Budweiser All-Star Series. Well, a couple things you need to know about Kentucky. This place can be pretty difficult to drive at times. It looks like a pretty standard mile half, but look at the banking here. 14 degrees of banking in the turns. That's pretty hard to walk up, let alone drive on. The NASCAR record was set by Truck Series driver Dennis Setzer back in 2005, a 30.313. After that, it's pretty much just your standard Kentucky. This track is pretty difficult to drive. We've seen a couple of pretty big wrecks here at Kentucky. Ben Kennedy's wreck in 2015 comes to mind in the Truck Series, as well as that one wreck in the third iteration of the race at Kentucky for the Sprint Cup Series with Brad Keselowski and others. Coming into the Geico restart zone, Tavon Taylor will lead us to the green flag in the air here from Northern Kentucky. Cincinnati and Louisville fans getting their fair share of racing here. And it's the best in the business for the Budweiser All-Star Series for the Bluegrass 200. Already starting to get a little bit spread out here, a little bit. Tavon Taylor holding on to the lead. We still got some pretty good racing up toward the top 10 here. Riot Hill off the back bumper of the 2 of Byron Martin. Look at that. That's your McDonald's onboard camera. 3 wide toward the back here. Saw Carter Brown get in the mix there a little bit. That Kubota Ford Mustang. Man. First couple of laps, the opening laps here have been pretty good, but it's an all Toyota top 3. And of course, it's the drivers that have been dominating the season thus far. Now, the wins total isn't everything. We have all 3 of these drivers do not have a win yet here in Season 2, but they're pretty dang close to it. Darren Claw right there in front. Tavon Taylor has unfortunately lost the lead. You're on board right now with Tavon Taylor with your, I guess it's not really a visor cam, your T-Mobile visor cam. Uh-oh, here comes Miranda Nagayan down to the bottom. She knows how to drive these racetracks here. Saw a little bit out of her in Chicagoland and Texas last year. Now here's a man that knows how to drive these tracks better than anybody else. Sorry. Sheldon Gatineau got his win at Chicagoland last season. He's looking for another win on another mile-and-a-half tri-oval. Right now, he's up in the 4th place, so that could happen. Your Canadian Tire onboard camera. Whoa, nice little checkup there by Daniel Van Heuly coming in through the corner. Almost took out his teammate. That might put Nicholas Uffelman in a position to take the position away from Sheldon here. Side-by-side battle between Tavon Taylor and Miranda Nagayan for second here. The Joe Gibbs racer and the MPH Motorsports driver battling for second. Not really something a lot of fans would see from Kentucky here. Oh, whoa, got people dropping to the bottom. About to be 3 wide in the corner here, entering 3. That is Jesus Gonzalez on the bottom, Garrett Rains in the middle, and Kyle Diaz on the top. It looks like Gonzalez and Rains will side draft here. And they're going to go 3 wide again, this time for third. Nicholas Uffelman, Tavon Taylor, and Daniel Van Heuly. Now it's Sheldon Gatineau in the middle there on the 3 wide here. Byron Martin and getting a draft off of Kyle Diaz. Or push off Kyle Diaz, sorry. 3 wide racing for fourth here as the top 3 pull away. They love what they're seeing in their rearview mirror. Tavon Taylor onboard view here from the rear quarter panel. This is racing under the lights here. Battle for first now. Teammates. Darren Claw. Hoping to get a little bit of a warm-up before Nashville tomorrow. Miranda Guyan will take the lead away. She's sticking to the bomb. Tavon Taylor knows exactly where he's going here. Now the Fords. We haven't seen much from them all season. Now we're starting to see the Fords get themselves in the mix. 3 wide for second, but 60 of Sheldon Gatineau will back off. Now they're 2 by 2 all the way back to fourth. Darren Claw did lead that last lap, but will he stay out in front? He'll drop by and clear the 8 of Miranda Guyan in massive battles throughout the course of the racetrack here. We can see right there Alex McCumber trying to get himself into position there. He's got Pascal Daly in the Diversity Racing Ford up there on the top side, the Progressive Ford, really giving him a run for his money here on the middle side here. Paul Rivera right there on the top of the 48 of Tracy Bennett. We got some people dropping down to the bottom here trying to make moves. Kyle Diaz blocking the 5 of Nicholas Uffelman as they move to the bottom. And it is still side by side. Somehow still hasn't been a yellow yet. Man, I don't think anybody expected Kentucky to put on this much of a show. I sure didn't. 3. Oh, man, it was going to be 3 wide, but Garrett Rains, I think, decided to back off there in the corner. Let's go on board with your FabTech onboard camera. Garrett Rains doing a really good job holding on there. And here comes his teammate, Richmond winner, Drew Foster. Knows a thing or two about racing on these tri-ovals. Oh my lord. It wasn't 3 wide. It was looking to be almost 4 wide through the tri-oval. Kyle Diaz in a ballsy move by the 2 Joe Gibbs drivers there. Kyle Diaz and Tavon Taylor right there with Josiah Smith. Now it's 3 wide again on the back straightaway. Daniel Van Heuly was trying to get there next to Ryan Hill. This is your current points leader, trying to get inside the top 10 here. This is a battle for 9th right now. A battle for 10th actually. Could progress into a battle for 9th. No, it is a battle for 9th. I am so sorry about that. Ryan Hill holding on tight. Pit stop should be coming up pretty soon, though, so kind of wondering if these guys are going to make their moves in the pits as well. Top 5 have started to string out a little bit. Miranda Guyan dropping to the bomb. She's got some momentum here coming into the tri-oval. And this kind of racing right now kind of tells me that we could have the potential for a photo finish here in Kentucky. Of course, you can't promise anything, but that's kind of looking to be that way here. I guess whatever the package is, don't change it because it's clearly working. Wow. Okay, now he decided to back off. We've seen a lot of those car racing Fords kind of they kind of grown a pair throughout the course of the race here. Garrett Rains on the bottom. He wants a win. Looking for his first career win. Didn't think of it. Didn't even think he'd have a chance to do it this year. Pascal Daly, look at him. He's in the top 10. Oh, never mind. He's not. That is Josiah Smith. I am so sorry. Whoa, drop it to the bottom. Drew Foster, Kyle Diaz, 3 wide. And you gotta like what you're seeing here. Tracy Bennett. He's right there. Right there behind him. 2 teammates now. One on top, one on bottom. Jesus Gonzalez just has not had the same success as his teammate Nicholas Opelman, but he's trying. Sorry, I got something stuck in my teeth. Look at that. They've carried it 3 wide all the way throughout the course, that entire lap there. Oh, will it push the 88 into the wall, though? And that will break the 3 wide stretch there. But Alex McCumber, a massive run coming off the corner here. Honestly, he might just have more pace than that 5. I guess that shouldn't be too much of a surprise considering what team he races for, but... Uh-oh. Well, this is what I get for not paying attention to the front. Drew Foster used to be the lap car this season. Now he's being held up by a lap car. 3 wide back there is Kyle Diaz. Normally he'd also be the one holding up the leaders. Now he's contending for the lead here, but he's got to get past Morgan Starr first. Jake Wild is up there. He's about to get lapped as well. Garrett Rains will lead the lap here in Kentucky. I believe that's his first lap led of his career. And Miranda Nagayan looking really hungry here for that first place spot. And Jake Wild might provide an opportunity for her. Will the 69 drop to the bottom? Oh, a little bit late there. Side by side, Miranda Nagayan. She's got the help of Tavon Taylor, her fellow Toyota behind her. And his teammate, Kyle Diaz, getting held up by Sheldon Gatineau right there as he drops into 4th place here. Miranda Nagayan still holding on strong, the 31-year-old out of New York. Tavon Taylor has gotten a lot of top 3s. He's 2nd in points. He's been overly consistent this year. In 6th place, you got your Richmond winner, Drew Foster. He's not satisfied with just 1 win anymore. He's got in his head now that he can go for a win. Especially since it seems like the Joe Gibbs Toyotas have just kind of phased out a little bit. Well, unless your name's Tavon Taylor. Ryan Hill not in a good way at all. Not by his standards. He's in 8th place at the moment. Might change when they get past the start-finish line, but actually he might be in 9th. He's battling for 8th right now with Josiah Smith, and I was correct as the standings update across the line. Two Joe Gibbs teammates there. I thought that was a lap car, but it's just Garrett Rains. He's battling for 2nd. It doesn't even seem fathomable, that the 69, the 61 are battling, and the 60 are battling. These are all 4 car racing Fords are currently up in the top 10 right now. And one of them might break his way into the top 5 if they can just get past the Toyotas in front of them. 3, almost 3 wide. They were tempted. Now they are 3 wide, 2 teammates. We have one coming into the pits. Darren Claw coming into pit road here. So that might be an early sign. However, MPH Motorsports has kind of screwed up their pit strategy a lot this season. Think of Miranda Nagayan when it comes to that. 2 by 2 there. And Tavon Taylor. Oh, now that, yep, they are coming into pit road. Oh, and Drew Foster kind of trying to fake himself out, and Byron Martin way overshoots pit road. Well, that's not what I would call a smooth entry, but the massive rush here coming on to pit road. Garrett Rains in his pit stall. Miranda Nguyen, Kyle Diaz coming into her pit stall, or sorry, into their pit stall. Jesus Gonzalez just got into his stall. Daniel Van Heuly, Tavon Taylor, obviously he started on pole. He's going to have that far pit stall. Garrett Rains pulls out in front of Drew Foster, but here comes Miranda Nguyen. This will be a dead heat to the line, and Miranda Nguyen will win the race off pit road there under green flag. Garrett Rains second, Drew Foster third, Kyle Diaz fourth, and a side-by-side there, but it was Daniel Van Heuly for fifth, Sheldon Gatineau sixth, Paul Rivera seventh, Tavon Taylor eighth, Pascal Daly ninth, and Brian Cox 10th. Miranda Nguyen staying out, though, as Garrett Rains also stayed out under... No, they didn't. I'm so sorry. They didn't stay out under caution. Or, no, they did stay out. They did. They should just now be coming into pit road. I honestly don't know. Ryan Hill and Julian Boone just came out of pit road. So did Byron Martin. Miranda Nguyen currently should be into the lead now. And I kind of can't really gauge when these guys are really going to pit. I mean, her teammate Darren Claw came down pit road. Yes, she is in first place. Garrett Rains second. Byron Martin is a lap down. That should change with the pit cycle. Drew Foster came out of pit road, so I think he might have the lead when they all cycle out. Byron Martin is a lap down. He's actually hanging back in 26th place right now. Kind of been par for the course for him this year. And the battles continue to ramp up as these guys get up into full speed here. Ryan Hill in the top 5, but he has to do battle with Darren Claw at the moment. You're watching a lot of talent on display here. I wonder if Miranda Nguyen didn't pit and I just didn't know about it. Drew Foster looking for win number 2. On the bottom here. We're actually coming very, very close to halfway. Whenever that is, I'm going to calculate it real quick. We got it 3 wide. Oh, we did have 3 wide back there. Ryan Hill getting a little bit squeezed here, but he's got his teammate Kyle Diaz right there behind him. Dropping to the bottom goes Diaz. He's going to have a massive run coming into the corner, and Ryan Hill's going to be bounced outside the top 5 if the 11 clears him. Ryan Hill able to get past the 11 there, side by side between Josiah Smith and Daniel Van Heuly. Miranda Nguyen continues the lead here in Kentucky, but that's going to change. The top 4 pulling away here. Darren Claw has about a 2-second gap behind the 56 of Drew Foster. And sorry, that is actually the top 3 and not the top 4. I forgot Byron Martin's a lap down. I don't know what happened to him to start this race. But he's probably going to end up losing that McDonald's sponsorship if it continues going down the toilet for him. He might end up losing his ride, too. Well, we got some drama between teammates here as Drew Foster down on the bottom Using that I'm telling you what, the car racing team using that Apple money to good use. Now that is good news for Miranda Nagayan, because she wants those two to battle, because she doesn't want that 50. She doesn't want them getting anywhere near her. She wants that battle to happen. But because by Garrett Rains trying to hold off Drew Foster or vice versa, they're slowing each other down. Time to see. Let's take a look at our Xfinity fastest lap. But that right now is going to Alex McCumber with a 29.772. However, not far behind him is the 60 of Sheldon Gatineau, lapping in at a 29.791. We are past the halfway mark, by the way. Miranda Nagayan is your recipient of the bonus points for that. Now she'll have to try and lead the most laps here, but right now, here comes Garrett Rains looking right there behind her. Gotta love it. Kentucky Speedway. Where was this in the NASCAR Cup Series? Byron Martin, a little bit congested here. He shouldn't even be up here. He's a lap down, but right now still credited with the 26th position. He'll drop down to the bottom, see if he can't get past Garrett Rains. He's fighting to get back on the lead lap. If a caution comes out here, though, he might be able to stay on the lead. He might be able to go on the lead lap. So he's racing for that lead because he's expecting a yellow to come out. Not really much else happening in and throughout the course of the field. It's been a disappointing day for Carter Brown in the Kubota Ford. Well, we got lap cars coming up now as Morgan Starr and Tyler Bates are about to go 2 laps down here. Miranda Nagayan is going to get right past a 12 easy, slicing right through him like a butter knife, but she has to hold on. Oh, no, that's going to give opportunity for Garrett Rains to make a move now. Rains on the bottom. He's got his teammate Foster pushing him. I think Miranda Nagayan's just got a lot more pace here, but not the first time she's been held up by lap cars and lost races because of it. Now here comes the 69 on the bottom. He's going to make the move, sticking to the bottom group, but the 8's got making the middle work a lot more here. Now Drew Foster drops to the bottom. Now, is it going to be 3 wide lap car here, dropping down to the bottom? That's going to put Foster and Rains in a bad situation. 69 will survive it, but Drew Foster will lose second place there. Or sorry, no, he never had second place to begin with. Now we got more battles thanks to the lap cars here. Kevin Wedge, surprisingly, into the top 10 here. Now holding on to 7th place. He's trying to draft off the 61 of Daniel Van Hewley. Now it's extremely difficult to tell who's going to be where at this point. Now they're kind of spread out a little bit, so Miranda Nagayan's lead is safe for now. Not really. Oh, now we do have a battle here. Not between teammates, but Ryan Apt is holding on nice and tight. Well, I guess not really, as Nicholas Elfman did get past him. This is a battle right now for 17th. Pasong Chetri is in the mix of it. And Chetri will try and make a move on the bottom. Here he comes. And Ryan Apt is holding on tight to that position. He's already lost it to Nicholas Elfman. He doesn't want to lose it to Pasong Chetri. Keep in mind, Chase Sawyer is also coming pretty fast here. And the rookie stripes here, trying to get everything they can. Dropping to the bottom. Here comes the 41. Pasong Chetri on the bottom. And that will, he'll back off coming through the corner here. It can be really hard to pass here at Kentucky, and that's kind of evident here with how these cars are just struggling to pass each other here. Miranda Nagayan still holding on to the lead here. And by the looks of it, looks like she's going to be there for a while. As now Drew Foster's being held up by both Jake Wild and Matt Holland, teammates working together to screw him over. And now it'll be 3 wide here as they enter the tri-oval between the guys that are actually in the lead here. Garrett Rains back into that clean air. Darren Claw, Miranda Nagayan's teammate, now up into the top 3. Byron Martin, really competitive despite being a lap down, but Matt Holland being 2 down should pretty much solidify Byron's position right now because, well, Byron's going to be the only car 1 lap down. 20 laps to go here from Sparta. Not very far from the cities of Cincinnati and Louisville. Darren Claw into 3rd place. He's got a lot of top 3s this season, but not any wins yet. And got 3 drivers potentially looking for their first win of the season. One of them looking for their first win of their career. Kyle Diaz actually now throwing himself into the mix. He might be one of them if the stars align for him. And here he comes, Darren Claw. Oh, checked up there. Still might be a bit of a battle here, and now Miranda Nagayan is in serious trouble again. 18 to go in Kentucky. Coming up tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, the Budweiser All-Star Series heads to the Nashville Fairgrounds. We just got done with the DSRA race in Nashville, and now we're here for Nashville tomorrow, as we got the battle for first, a 3-way battle for the lead here. Man, I hope Miranda Nagayan holds on, but I don't know. Garrett Rains is giving her a ton of pressure. He's just been there all day so far. That 69 car knows exactly how to run her down. Unless I got a little too distracted trying to defend against Darren Claw. Now here comes the 7. The much faster car than the 69, but he'll outbrakes him in the corner here. 69 outbrakes the 7, and now that'll, oh, never mind, the 7 was going to go into pit road anyway, so we're going to have one last round of pit stops before it's all said and done, it looks like. If you remember, Darren Claw came in, he was the first one in the pit road, then everybody else came in the lap after, so we're going to see one final round of pit stops before the end of the race. Morgan Starr, not the best car out there so far today. I was just taking a look at his speed. Ryan Apt in the pit road as well. Side by side between 2 30s Fords. Although Pascal Daly coming in the pit road, the driver out of Australia, getting his stop in. Actually might be better for him in the long run here because he's in pit road with the leaders. Miranda Nagayan and Garrett Rains. This will be the ultimate battle to decide who potentially wins this race, and even then, it might not be over. Two-tire stop. Pascal Daly out of his stall. First one out. Who's going to have the speed going to the line? It looks like it might be Miranda Nagayan unless Tavon Taylor pulls out. He won't. Miranda Nguyen wins the race off pit road, and that is crucial for that number 8 car. A crucial stop for both drivers here. Daniel Van Heuvel has the lead on the board right now, but he's coming down into pit road. So is Julian Boone and Ryan Hill. And you want to talk about a choke of a season so far. On the 20 is trying to keep his points lead, but right now that's not looking likely. Nicholas Hoffman out of pit road. Trying to keep my tabs on the 8 and the 69 here. The Miranda Nguyen should have the lead when they all cycle out. We're coming very close to the 10 to go mark here, so that pit stop is going to determine who wins this race and who goes home. Everybody now should be on fresher tires. You should be on fresh tires. You should have a full tank of fuel. You should be good. Miranda Nguyen will take the lead away from Ryan Hill, as he was the first one out of pit road. No, he wasn't. Julian Boone was the first one out of pit road. So Julian Boone, Daniel Van Heuvel, and Ryan Hill. And it was 3 wide there for a split second, but Daniel Van Heuvel does not have the speed here as he just came out of pit road. His teammate Byron Martin holding back there. I don't know why he didn't just come down into pit road with the leaders. He could have taken the lead lap here. I think that initial pit stop may have just screwed up his entire race, but battle for the lead. Garrett Rains right there. Rains on the bottom. Darren Claw also in the middle. Look at this nice little camera view there, the spectator view. Garrett Rains, again, this has been a theme for him throughout the course of the race. He's been able to get up to Miranda Nguyen. He's even been able to get side by side with that 8 car. This might be their last chance here. These lap cars coming up might be their last chance to make something happen, but Garrett Rains is forced in the middle here. What's the name of that song? Stuck in the Middle with You? That's basically Garrett Rains' story, right? Oh, he wanted to go to the bottom there, but he was pretty smart about it, staying off that bottom side. He would have wrecked himself. At least this way he's staying in third. They're 3 seconds in front of Kevin Wedge, who's in 4th place at the moment. Ryan Hill right now is battling with Daniel Van Heuvel for 7th. This is your points leader right now, struggling here in Kentucky, just by his standards. He's got his teammate Kyle Diaz in 10th place right now, looking to be a better competitor so far. Tavon Taylor, your pole sitter, is all the way back in 11th right now. Kevin Wedge has kind of had a bit of an explosive second half so far. He won at Daytona. Really impressive showing. It was a side-by-side finish with him and Carter Brown. Hasn't really lived up to the results, although that's what you expect from a new age racing car in this current era. He'll still be with the 72 next season. Can't wait to see what he does from there. Dropping to the bottom, here comes Julian Boone. It's so difficult. I see why people hate Kentucky now. And it's so all 3 wide there. So, man, Sheldon Gatno got into a little bit of trouble there with Tavon Taylor. Pascal Daly, contact between him and the 12. Drew Foster tried to make a move on the bottom of the 4, goes to block. This might be a bit of this is going to be a tag team effort to get past the 72. 6 laps to go when they cross the line here. Miranda Nguyen still holding on tight, but she's only got the lead by 3/10 over the 7 of Darren Claw. However, if I'm her, I'm not very concerned at the moment, considering how difficult it is to pass, but you still cannot make mistakes. There'll be 5 to go when they come into the tri-oval. That Target Toyota knows exactly what she's doing. Hanging on to the middle side here. Will Darren Claw take advantage? Side by side through the tri-oval. These are teammates battling for the lead. Miranda Guyan on top. Darren Claw on the bottom. I think Darren Claw is going to have it coming through turn 2. Side by side as they enter the back straightaway. Let's go on board with Garrett Rains. They might take it 3 wide. Just going to have to see. Miranda Guyan making that middle lane work, but now they're going to get in the middle here. Rains wanted to take it 3 wide. Miranda Guyan continues to lead at Kentucky. 4 laps to go here in the Bluegrass 200. This is shaping up to be a heck of a finish here in Kentucky. Miranda Guyan will get the best of the 7 there, but here comes Garrett Rains now to the inside. And close the door on him there. 7 moving down to the bottom quickly. I'd argue that was a bit of a late block, but that worked out for Darren Claw. Miranda Guyan either needs a caution to come out or a miracle if she wants to continue to hold on to the 7. I don't think she's got the tires. Then again, Darren Claw technically is running on older tires, so he should be having the most issues here. Garrett Rains, will he make it 3 wide? 3 wide for the lead here in Kentucky, but he'll back off. Darren Claw, he's got the help on the bottom. Miranda Guyan is just got nothing on the top side here. She's still making it stick. Darren Claw will lead to the line here. 2 laps to go here in Kentucky. And she has officially lost the lead. She has been cleared by Darren Claw. Looking for his first win of the season. Coming into turn number 4. Got about 2 miles to go here in Kentucky. Coming off into the tri-oval. 1 lap to go. Presented by Budweiser. For the Bluegrass 200. Darren Claw. In the lead of the race. He's got control unless something goes terribly wrong. We got a battle here back for 4th as well. A massive battle for 4th, but we're not focused on that at the moment. Darren Claw pulling away. Miranda Guyan's got 1 last opportunity, but I don't think she's going to be able to get it. And another win will slip away from her coming into the tri-oval. For the first time since the Bud Light 200 at Nashville last season, Darren Claw will win at Kentucky Speedway. Miranda Guyan 2nd, Garrett Rains 3rd, Julia Boone 4th, and Drew Foster 5th. Another top 5 for the 56 car. I think that's 3 on the season now for Foster. What an incredible finish to the race. And all that within 45 minutes as well. Just nothing else to say but an absolutely incredible finish. Congratulations to Darren Claw on the win. His first win of the season. The first time he's won since last season in Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. And you just cannot be any more proud of that number 7 car. Let's take a look at your finishing order brought to you by none other than Xfinity. Darren Claw was faster than 10G today. Unfortunately, Miranda Guyan, I'd argue she was faster. Just wasn't able to hold on to it. Garrett Rains rounding out top 3 after they got Julian Boone and Drew Foster rounding out top 5. Kyle Diaz, Kevin Wedge, Daniel Van Heuly, Sheldon Gatineau, and Ryan Hill round out top 10. Pascal Daly, Paul Rivera, Tavon Taylor, Alex McCumber, Brian Cox, Tracy Bennett, Nicholas Uffman, Chase Sawyer, Pasong Chetri, and Ryan Apt round out top 20. Jesus Gonzalez, Josiah Smith, Jordan McClure, and Carter Brown were the last ones to finish on the lead lap. Unfortunately, Byron Martin and Matt Holland were not able to finish on the lead lap. A pretty poor race there for Byron Martin, although if he would have stayed on the lead lap, he would have been contending for the win today. So horrible luck there for Martin. Jake Wild finishes 2 laps down in 27th, and Tyler Bates and Morgan Starr, 2 Range Racing teammates, finished 28th and 29th, 3 laps down. Before we go, let's take a look at your fastest lap brought to you by Xfinity, and that is Alex McCumber. The MPH Motorsports drivers have just been on top of it today in the speed charts. Alex McCumber winning fastest lap. Miranda Guyan probably with most laps led today, and Darren Claw with the victory. I'd say that's a pretty good trifecta, honestly. But coming up tomorrow will be the Nashville Fairgrounds. We hope to see you there for the, what is it again? The Bud Light 200 at Nashville, the second iteration of it. Darren Claw looking to defend his Bud Light 200 title, and now after this win here in Kentucky, he's looking to do just that. We hope to see you then tomorrow. Coming up, once again tomorrow, Budweiser All-Star Series, and then coming up on Thursday, you've got the Wheeling 250 at White Mountain Motorsports Park. Then Friday, DSRA Racing coming to you from, just give me 1 second. So once again, I probably should have had this pulled up, but DSRA Racing will be coming from Watkins Glen. So you get to see the Special Olympics take on a road course. And then Saturday will be MCORL, followed by, actually, IFAR. The IFAR Daytona 500 is on Saturday, so we hope you'll be there for that. Race will start at usual time, I would assume, about 10 o'clock Eastern. So with that being said, I'll shut up now. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is your head commentator, Nicholas Koskinen with Prodigy Racing Network. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Darren Claw wins at Kentucky Speedway.